is on keeping the faith. And what a timely discourse topic we were given. So what does this mean, keeping the faith, and how do we do that? So there's so much happening, and we have these certain outlets that we tune into. Everybody has their own sources that they tune into. And it can start to get very heavy. People take things certain ways and feel like things keep happening over and over and this and that. So the faith starts to waver. The faith might waver, and when the faith wavers, what this is essentially doing is opening us up as it's us opening ourselves up to different forms of negative thinking. So, let's say, for example, you're learning about bees. Things are coming out about bees. So the faith in humanity, the faith in the government, maybe even the faith in nature starts to waver. And what do we start to do from that point? There's a few things we might do, but one that we see people sort of go into is we're all gonna die. When the bees die, we're gonna die. And spiraling down. And this isn't to say that caring for nature doesn't matter. That's not what this is about. This is about once you receive this information or attract this information, how do we respond from a place of faith? So some people might start to spiral into negative thinking, and it depends what it is too. Maybe the bees doesn't bother you, but the government does, or the bees don't bother you, but the ocean bothers you, or maybe it all bothers you, and it's this blanket of, it's like a cloud that you have following you around. So at this point, we really need to ask, what do I believe in? And do I really have faith? Do I really have faith? And there is this sort of natural waver that can happen where you might go out of faith and into depression or anger or frustration, and then you pick yourself back up and you find your faith, you realize your faith, you awaken to your own faith. What do I believe in? What do I know? What do I trust? Who's taking care of me and my reality? Am I taken care of? Do I trust that I'm taken care of? Do I have faith that I'm taken care of? So as we are walking along this spiritual path, or not walking and just being and taking it all in, we can start to realize when our faith is wavering, The other part of this is co-creation with God. We are co-creators with God. We can choose to put our faith down and say, I don't believe, or we're all messed up, we're all gonna die, or whatever it is. We are co-creators. So keeping the faith takes endurance, and it takes choice, and it takes discipline. When we're confronted with these feelings, and that's why we've been practicing the Ho'oponopono, is because as we're confronted with these situations, feelings, whatever it may be, it's our choice how we respond. And it doesn't have to be something that is pushing. And this has been a really strong message lately. I think a lot of people are receiving is, if your faith wavers, we can dig in our heels and we can say, no, my faith is strong, I believe, da 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 da, and sort of power through it like a boxer or something. That's one approach. Another approach is to notice, okay, my faith is wavering. Let me observe. And not even like, let me accept. Let me observe. Let me let this new information move through me. All one. We are all one. It's all one. So some people would say, well, this is, you're going to let dark forces in, you're allowing negativity. And we're not saying that you absorb like a negative energy and then you hold it and then you babysit it and you baby it and you take care of it and nurture it. That's not what we're saying. We're saying when it comes to you, observe it, and as we've been taught, talk to it. Why are you here? What are you here to teach me? I love God. I love Buddha. I love Krishna. I love Jesus. Whatever. I love infinite higher consciousness, universal consciousness, cosmic consciousness, whatever it is, that however you want to name it. Talk to it. Say, I recognize you. Recognize these things that cause our faith to waver, and look them in the eye. Confront them in a loving way, and then release them. Transmute them into light. Help with the transmutation process. We are here to assist with this transmutation process. And this allows us to clear blocks and obstacles that are in our own path from us having faith in who we are and what we are and where we come from and where we're coming from. So keeping the faith is a joint effort. It's a gift. They say it's a virtue. It's something that you're gifted with, and that you have faith. But even like Mother Teresa and these other saints and holy beings on their life, during their life, they didn't have complete unwavering faith. They doubted themselves. Sometimes they doubted God. That's like the dark night of the soul. They doubted, they lost faith. We stay on the path. We're super conscious, recognize when our faith is wavering, and we face that which is causing doubt. We recognize it, love it, give it love, and then let it go. And of course, this isn't always the easiest thing to do, but it's what strengthens us on this path. And this path to this spiritual path that we're on, if you could imagine just walking down a path, and we're so absorbed in this moment of being on the path. Many of us forget where we have been. And if you believe in past lives, this is especially true, because they say to recall your past lives and to bring them back. But even if you don't believe in past lives, just this one life, we have been through so much, each and every one of us. We've been through so much. We've collected so many experiences. We've been through phases and teachings, and we've learned beautiful, hard, easy lessons. We've learned all this. And now here we are in this place with a completely new perspective from where we were before. And what endures? What has endured throughout all of this? This is our ability to get up and to keep the faith. We continue to get up. We continue to believe. We continue to trust. We confront clearly. I mean, and I don't want to say easy or hard, because that's not what it is. In the past, maybe it took 50 days to confront something. Now it takes 30 seconds. As we continue and we march on, and we don't march. At some points we march, and then at some points we just sit back and let the teachings, let it come to us, the teachings, the love, the understanding. So if something is wearing you down, those things that wear us down, those can be what, it is like yoga, because we say when you're balancing on one leg and you're wobbling, you might not feel like you're doing yoga, because you say, oh, I'm wobbling, I don't have any balance, I'm falling, and things like that. When the reality is that by standing on that one foot, you're strengthening all the muscles in your ankle and in your leg, this weak point, of the body. So the more you waver and tip, even if you can't even take the other leg off the floor, and you have both feet on the ground and you're still doing balance, we are strengthening our ankle, we're strengthening our faith. And sometimes, it's that dance, that weaving. It's a dance. Sometimes we have to sit down and take a break, and that's okay. And I know so many people are very gung-ho, and we have this purpose and this mission, but we also have to recognize we are co-creators. It's not just us. We're not here alone doing all the work. We are co-creators with God. We are supported by the one. And sometimes we get in the way, and we need to step back, maybe sit down, and let it unfold like the lotus. Let it naturally unfold. Watch it unfold. And as Reverend Tara has taught us, leave it in, if you put it in God's hands, leave it in God's hands. Call God by whatever name or label you want. But if we put it in Spirit's hands, to leave it there. Let Spirit do its work. And we prepare for our next step. Going within, and patience in that manifestation, which becomes an instant manifestation. So it's that patience in ourselves. Relax. So we all relax and keep the faith. We get so self-reliant, and I'm egotistical. It gets very egotistical that I need to do this, I need to do that, this is on me, I'm in control, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Where is our faith? In this consciousness that completely supports us and loves us and takes care of us. So as we walk down this path, this spiritual path, be with God. Smell the flowers. Experience it. Continue to take in all of these beautiful experiences. And as we move in creation, with creation, and we'll find that we don't even have to walk or move. Everything will come. The butterflies will come, a bear will come, whatever things, nature, everything is moving and flowing. We might feel the need to go on to a next part of the path. People might pass us or fall behind us, and that's for them. It's not for us to control. That's the faith. All these beings that we're with. It's very beautiful. So, no matter what comes at you from whatever direction, whatever you're tuning into too, because we also attract these things, these certain experiences and things coming. If you feel beat down, rest. Put the faith. Realize you have faith. If your faith is faltering, examine it. What is ruining or messing me up with my faith that I don't trust, that I don't feel cared for? What do I need to do? Maybe I need to make a little shift. And when you do have that feeling of trust and faith, just thank God and let it grow. And when these things come at us that challenge our faith, don't go into negative thinking. And if you do go into negative thinking, it's okay. But then realize that we are creating with God. How can we, why do we go so negative? Can we go the opposite direction? Can we go completely neutral so that it's not something that we're controlling and let it unfold? If you see someone hungry, instead of seeing them starving, see them being fed. See them and you having peace. If something is affecting you, use your tools for healing for yourself first. So with that, thank you for joining us, and prepare for deep level meditation.